So one thing I wanted to talk about was what gets in the way of designing instructions. What gets in your way of designing instructions? As I was going through my framework for instructional design, I got to thinking, what would get in the way of us designing instruction? Our abilities, the end users, our bosses, the corporate culture we live in, our fellow employees, our tools, our thoughts about what's acceptable or good or just good enough. Funding, headcount, time, no real evidence that what we will create will affect change, perhaps lack of clear organizational benefits. And I suppose it could be any or all of these things. The framework that I've created lists the things that I think are important to know and to understand to create e learning, which I'm equating with instructional design for these purposes. But just because you know these things doesn't mean a clear path opens up in front of you for which you have an unobstructed journey to instructiondom. One of the big things that gets in my way is ideas. I seem to go in spurts. Some days ideas are flowing from me like Old Faithful. And other days I just can't seem to think of a decent idea if my life depended on it. So I get stuck thinking, sure, that cool e-learning I just saw that some other creative person created looks great for what they're doing, but it just doesn't work for my topic. Sure, I have tons of resources that are supposed to be inspirational sources, but they often just miss the mark, or they look like they're something else. They're just not me. And maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not happy unless my idea is award-winning caliber. So maybe I get in my own way. I'd love to hear what others think about that. What gets in your way? Share your thoughts. I'll bet I'm not the only one that would like to hear what you have to say. So that's it for this topic. Until then, keep on crusading.